Well, we're back from our Indy trip. Time to work on the truck some more. Not gonna be too much getting done today. I dropped off the spindles at the machine shop before we left. They're still not done. I was gonna wait and try to have everything here and see if I could get it all done in like half a day to 1 day, just to see how long it did take me to put together all at once. I've got to lug the tools out and back in every time I start and stop for a day, but I can't keep waiting around. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how much of this I can get together, get the I-beams and radius arms back in at least, maybe put the shocks in, and hope I get a call tomorrow morning that the spindles are done. If not, my vacation's gonna be over and I'm gonna be behind schedule. So we'll see how much I can get done today. Yeah, I'm really kind of guessing what I'm doing.
Life is a guessing game. This should be too.
Okay, there's piece one.
How many pieces is there to this?
Four, well, 5 technically. Yeah, this is some seriously tacky grease.
Yeah. Won't even come off with Dawn. I mean, Dawn's soap pretty much gets everything off.
Not this stuff. I hate my work setup, Shanna. I've got to use my hamstring to hold an I-beam in place while I try to press 6 greasy things together in a gravel driveway. This is a pain in the arse.
This could be good bloopers for...
No idea if that's going to fit in there or not, but I gotta go try to get this stuff off my hands to do anything else. Okay, not off to a good start. This should have took 5 minutes, but because of my setup, it's taking much longer. Got this side in. I will say if you use energy suspension bushings, the grease that comes with is ridiculous. Might be good grease, but it is a pain to work with. Doesn't come off your hands. Even if you wear gloves, it ended up transferring everything else. You ended up everywhere. So, just messy process. But I'm gonna go ahead and start assembling the rest of this I-beam. Hope that the bushings don't fall out and get caked with more dirt. Who knows at this point, but on to the next step.
I'm trying to calm them down.
Having a wife around to laugh at you a little and talk you off a ledge helps. So, that's Shanna's contribution. Okay, that's not the way to do it. Just dislocated my knee, I think, trying to do that.
Oh. Do you have another blanket out here?
No, I do not.
Because I already said I could put a blanket up, down and try to help you lift it.
You are in way too nice of clothes to be doing that.
Well, if I have a blanket, I'm not going to get my clothes
My
dirty.
blankets are all greasy and dirty, Shanna. You have dressy white clothes on.
Okay.
There is nowhere out here you could sit down or get near that that is not going to cause a problem. So, I think I'm gonna have to get the jack out.
Okay.
And jack that side up to get weight off of it. Crap. That's where I need 2 jacks.
Yep.
Because I could put something right under this and push it right up in there.
So you need a total of 3 jacks.
Yeah. I could go get another jack stand and put under that side, and then bring the jack over here, I guess. Now I just gotta get it to go that way a little. Okay, that's not gonna work.
That just does not want to go. It says nope, not happening.
Anything?
Nope. It is not wanting to budge. I think it's moving a little. Looks
Well,
like.
the problem is this will never come out now. I'm probably hosing myself. Oh. That launched.
Put some more pressure on it.
See if it helps.
Just don't want to go that little bit.
Okay, I need the wrench for this. I don't know what size it is though. Yeah, I'm having trouble seeing now. Oh, it's getting dark.
Yep. Yeah, the sun's in the trees now.
Yep. It just won't quite line up with the other side. And I can't figure out how to tilt it the right direction. I can't get anything in where it needs to be. I gotta get this torqued properly.
Okay.
I've got to get the radius arm torqued properly. Then I'm gonna get this down low enough to get the spring back in there.
Okay.
Because I brought it all out with the spring on. But these were seized enough I could get it.
Yeah.
Now I've got to have a wrench on the top and bottom to get this tight enough. So if I have the spring on, I can't do that.
It's getting late anyways.
Yeah, I'll put stuff up.
Okay.
That'll take a half an hour.
I'll help you put stuff up.
And we'll start again tomorrow.
Okay.
So, at least got one radius arm and one idler on. Sort of. Just need torqued, but good enough for today. Okay, day 2 out here putting the truck together.
So it hasn't been open.
Shannon making a ruckus in the camper back there.
I am.
So, if you watched my previous videos on this, I'd said I was going to try to piece this back together, radius arms, then beams, do it one at a time back together. Then yesterday I came out and decided, well, maybe it'll be easier to just put it one assembly in. That was a mistake. And yesterday turned into a cluster really quick. So today I'm going to try to do it my original plan. I'm going to see if I can just put the radius arms in. Well, this radius arm, now the other side's together. And then try to get the pivot bushings lined up on this I-beam, and then hope I have enough flex to put them together and join them after the fact. So we're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully it's way smoother than yesterday was. See if that's there. That there. That there. Yeah, the radius arm goes on easy enough that way.
So you're doing it in smaller pieces?
Yes.
Ah.
Okay, so you can see yesterday's I-beam on, radius arm over there. Today, I just put this on to start, and now I'm going to see if I can get the I-beam in. It'd be nice if this just goes in and I'm good.
It would be nice.
We'll see what happens here. Shanna has a knack of saying, hey, do you need help? Yes, I could use help. And then standing there and she gets bored after about 2 minutes, and then as soon as I need help, walks away. So now I'm laying down here struggling with this thing, so we'll continue to fight it. Uh-oh, too much. Uh-oh, shit. What happened? I'll be right back.
Sorry, I had to get a drink in the dog.
Well, all your recording is the back of my head. I had to figure out how to do this on my own.
So now you're trying to get it to go down?
Now I've got to go back down the other way.
You need me to do something?
Yes. I need you to line this up. I need you to unwedge what got wedged. Line everything up and put it back together and get this thing on the road.
If you're moving it around a little bit, do you need like that?
Once again, you are dressed way too nice.
I'm not dressed that nice.
You will get grease all over. You've got your KYD shirt and your favorite shorts on.
I'm not going to get that dirty.
You never think that when you do these things, Shanna. That's like lesson 1 of working on cars. You always think you'll be not dirty. Whoo! Bicep is on fire. Excuse me. Get it in closer. And after all that, I'm gonna have to redo it.
Why?
The other side's got tons of clearance. This side, if you put the bolt from the front in, the part that sticks out might hit the I-beam if the suspension flexes.
Oh, so you have to go the other direction.
Yes. If I can do this without, can you lower that jack a little?
How do you do that?
Just twist it.
Like this way?
Yes. There you go. Okay. If I get that out of the way, if I can swing, this is what I was curious about lining these up. Okay, so I'm getting it back together pretty easily today. So a little bit of recap. When you're taking it apart, the easiest way to do it is to get all the nuts and bolts loose. Just use a jack to go up and down until you can get tension off of them. And then if you saw my last video, the way I tied a tow strap around and yanked it all out as one piece, that was by far the easiest way to get it out. Then you can get impacts on all the bolts, douse them real good, all that kind of stuff. Pry off all the old rotted bushings. Putting it back together though is the opposite. Put it back together in pieces. You start with your radius arms. You can get the easy angle to get the bolts on at the back. Then do your pivot bushings and get it up into that bracket so you can wedge that around and the bolts through. Then last thing would be to put the I-beam into the radius arm and the bolt through. Then that lets you put your spring on, which is pretty easy to get in there with nothing supporting it. And then shocks. So I'm up to shocks right now. So I'll throw those on, and then it's just torquing everything down and waiting for my spindles. Well, I just had a really dumb moment. So, just to share my stupidity with you, the other side's together fine, and then for some reason on this side, instead of mirroring it, I didn't even notice I did it the same way. So I go to put the shock on, my shock bracket's on the wrong side. So I've got to flip this 180. So do that real quick, then finish up the shock. Okay, well today went smoother than yesterday for sure, and actually wrapped up pretty well. I got everything done that I can do. Until I get those spindles back, it's together. So at least then I just got to throw the stuff on at the outer portion of the wheels. So I'll spin around and show you what we got for the day. So you can see radius arms and I-beams are on, shocks are in, springs, and everything's torqued down. And that goes for both sides. As far as torque settings, if anyone's interested. But looks nice and new in here, at least partially. So go ahead and call it a day. Put my tools up, get into something else for the afternoon, and then in the morning call the machine shop and hope my parts are ready, and then we'll wrap this thing up. All right, we're back on the truck. Been a little bit since the last clip you saw. Unfortunately, it took the machine shop a little over 2 weeks to get my spindles back to me, so this thing's just been sitting out here. I got those picked up yesterday, and then it's been raining all day today till just now. So I'm hoping I can get these on here before the next wave of rain comes through, because then tomorrow it's supposed to rain all day, and then Sunday we leave again to go camping. So I'm going to see how much I can get done. Sure not. So, get these grease caps on. That one. Okay, so would it be my truck if there weren't more issues? So took the other side apart like 3-4 times. There was just too much slop in it. So I decided to come check over here. If I take my other Kingpin, you can see there's no slop in that thing. It fits pretty decent. Now if we go to this side, now if you come over here to this one, I've got the retaining pin in and everything, and you can see that. So now I've got to figure out if I can ream the I-beam, put a bushing in it to get that tight, or what I'm gonna have to do. But either way, it ain't getting done today. So I thought I was gonna test drive it tomorrow morning. Looks like that's a big negative. So time for more research. Okay, so a little bit of regrouping here. So after yesterday, when I found out that I-beam's wallered out, did a little bit of research trying to think of what I'm going to do about it. So got a couple options, none of them really good. Either I've got to try to drill out that I-beam and get a bushing that would press in that's the same size as the Kingpin, that way my spindles line up and everything's good. Or I got to take some measurements. AutoZone does have an oversized Kingpin set, so if it would work out that way, I would still have to remount the I-beam to the size of the oversized Kingpin and then get the bushings redone in that spindle and reamed to that size. So I'm going to investigate a little bit more before I do either. I was going to come out today and put the other side on. It felt like it was tighter, but I don't want to do one side and find out when all the weight's on it there's slop in that Kingpin too. But it's raining, thunderstorms all around us, so that's out, and then we go camping for the next 3 or 4 days. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. We'll call it what it is. Just kind of a bummer, but it's what this project's been all the way through, and I knew nothing about Fords when I bought it either, so this is all stuff I've never messed with, so it's all a learning experience. But if the weather happens to break this afternoon, I'll come out here and throw the other side on. But I probably won't record much more on this thing until I've got the front end together, really. I mean, you guys have seen the process at this point, so might have to take that I-beam completely off, take it to a machine shop and have them do it. So if they have to ream it out and do all that stuff, then yeah, just undoing what I just did, have a machine shop, put the spindle and I-beam all together with bushings, whatever they need to do, then get it all installed, and then, I mean, it goes together easy. Really, once you see how it goes the first time, it's an easy system. So if I can just figure out this machining part, we'll get it all together in a line and hopefully eventually back on the road. But for those of you that stuck through this far, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. And we will see you in the next one.